Okay then, Pet Catchers has just updated and has released their 4th of July event, so let's check it out. So first things first then, apparently there's a new elixir potion that you can get. So previously we've only had access to the lucky elixir and the super lucky elixir. Well, now we have access to a mega lucky elixir, which I haven't got my hands on yet, but I'm assuming if we look at the prismatic elixir, it's probably just going to be the ultra lucky boost, I would assume. And then if we head over to the shop tab, there are some new featured pets, which I don't know if they were actually introduced in this update or the last update. I really don't know. But if I scroll down a little bit, you can actually see there are 2 brand new bundles that were introduced with this update. Although, because they cost Robux, and if you don't know, on this account and for the series, I am not allowed to spend any Robux. We're trying to complete the base version of this game without spending a single bit of Robux or trading. Other than that though, there are some new global secret pets that you can get in any area, although I'm not really too bothered about these. For this account, since I'm mostly focused on completing the main part of this game, I don't really care too much about the limited part. I will check out the limited events because, I mean, hey, you can get some nice upgrades to the account for especially pets, but for limited secret pets, yeah, I don't really care too much about them. Then if I head over to our boss, you can actually see that there's a brand new silhouette in here. This is a fireworks mount, which is obtainable from every boss or minigame, just as a chance. I might go for these. I mean, it's not like super like important, but it would be kind of cool, I guess, to try and get, but that's more like kind of like the limited secret pets. If I get them, cool. If I don't, it's kind of whatever. And the very last thing that I am mostly interested in is the brand new quest line. So if we go ahead and talk to Not Nerd, we can go ahead and start the new quest, and we can get 2 brand new pets, which I'm hoping are going to be pretty good, and I can potentially put them on some of my teams. I guess we'll see. By the way, let's go ahead and check out this quest one. It seems really easy. Okay, then. Well, I think this is actually a mini event, so it's probably only here for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, so we gotta basically speedrun, so let's get straight ahead and get to it. Okay, and that is quest 1 done. It was pretty easy, just catching some fish, catching some pets. I'm assuming it's gonna start ramping up pretty fast. I mean, yeah, 10 million damage is definitely a lot harder than the first quest, although for me, that should be pretty easy. But it's just a feat quest, so it should only take me like maybe 10-ish minutes. Okay, I've completed the second quest and we've already got the rewards because now the quests are just automatically being claimed as they're being completed, so I gotta keep that in mind. But anyway, now we just gotta go catch some fish, which seems pretty easy. I mean, like, what, maybe another 10-ish minutes again? And that is quest 3 done. I wasn't paying attention, so we've already done it. But now for quest 4, we gotta go back to catching some pets, which will definitely take a little bit longer. Because you know, every time you catch a fish, there's a chance you catch 2 with the talent. So yeah, catching pets is generally gonna be a little bit slower. And with this, we've completed the 4th quest. On to the 5th one then. I mean, it's gonna take a little bit longer, but still not that bad. Okay, quest 5 took a little bit longer than I initially anticipated, although the reason for that is because I didn't realize I had to defeat 10 king crabs, so yeah, that actually took about an hour. But because we also get like 5,000 gems for doing this, I might as well put on a prismatic sundae, right? Even if it's like only 5,000, I think 5,000 gems is definitely worth like, what, 1 prismatic sundae? I have so many of them anyway. Okay then, quest 6 is about to be done, so let's put on another sundae and quickly go claim our 15,000 gems. I still think it's worth it, so I think from actually here on out, because every one of these is like increasing slightly more and slightly more in gems, I might as well use a sundae like every time I claim one, right? By the way, now for quest 7, looks alright. I mean, it actually isn't like a dramatically like big increase, it's like just a small increase every time for these quests, which is pretty nice. Actually, a really nice change of pace for a change. Okay, time to complete quest 7. All we're gonna do is catch 1 more epic pet, and I'm pretty sure 3 stars or epics. It's been a while, but yep, it was. And yep, gonna go ahead and claim my gems. And now we're on to quest 9, which is more fishing. It should be fairly easy. The legendary fish might take a while, but we can just go to Mellow and just get those legendary fish. That should be like really, really easy. Okay, luckily, a fortune minute event showed up. Although the issue is, I'm not entirely too sure if I can complete the 8th quest in like 9-ish minutes. It's gonna be pretty close. I think the main issue might be the epic fish, although if I can complete it, another free 15,000 gems, yes please. Okay, we had enough time. It's a little close, but honestly, I thought it would be a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and put on our fortune really fast so we can actually double it with the fortune event. Just gotta capture one more fish to complete this quest, although we're not done yet, because if I go to Frosty, I can quickly turn in this Bird Bounty quest, which, I mean, yeah, it isn't a lot of gems, but it's pretty good timing, so might as well, right? I mean, it's more gems than zero, so can't really complain. Although we've got 3 minutes, so I'm so glad I have enough time to actually do this. Yep, claim those gems, and then we're not done yet, because if I actually scroll down, we can sell 150 fish to actually get some pretty decent amount of gems. I mean, 1.5k gems times 3 is a lot, and on top of that, I don't have like a lot of gem fish right now, but I have like a pretty decent amount, so we can also get a lot of gems. Okay, actually, it's a pretty good amount of gems. I can actually go ahead and buy almost 2 talents. That's pretty good. But anyway, moving on to the 9th quest, it's actually just a really easy defeat quest. Might take a little bit to like kill 200 of each of these monsters, but overall, pretty AFK-able. There's no king crabs, which is really, really nice. We have our first boss, but it's King Slime, and there's only 10 of them, so that's super easy. So really the most like tedious part about this is probably the Scorpion, since you can't really AFK them. They spawn in like too big of a radius in this area, so you can't reach all of them at once. Okay, we're about to complete the 9th quest. All we gotta do is fight one more King Slime, and I mean, these are actually really, really easy. Unfortunately, you can't one-shot it. I'm pretty sure I have enough damage to maybe one-shot it, but yeah, when you take it down to half health, you actually can't bypass that half health, and it gets like going to its like invincible stage. It's a little bit annoying, but if this wasn't a thing, killing this boss over and over and over again would be way too easy. But anyway, there is quest 9 done. Unfortunately as well, we already get the rewards in that end phase, so yeah, we already kind of got our rewards from that. But hey, now, to move on to quest 10, I gotta go speak to Nutner. Probably because I get one of those pets, right? I think, is it the Dominus pet? I think it's that one I get. Let me double check. Yep, looks like I get the Patrius. Okay, that's what it's called, quest 10. So, give me that right now. Oh, and also, yeah, the quests apparently now are gonna get a lot harder, which, yeah. Oh, no, I don't get that pet now. I get it for completing this one. And I mean, yeah, this is definitely a lot tougher. I gotta catch pets, gotta catch fish, and I gotta do king crabs. Bro, what? And that is the 10th quest done. Okay, we actually have to return to Not North, so never mind. Give me another second to teleport over there. Okay, Not, give me my gems, give me my secret pet, and let's first just go check out the secret pet immediately. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it under 1,000, but it really does not matter for this account. The entire goal isn't to try and like get some of these limited secrets, but if I get them, it's pretty cool. Although this doesn't actually say limited, it says exclusive, which doesn't that just mean limited, but a different, fancier word for it? Anyway, because it's a secret pet, and it's like a special event one, I believe I can make it into a mythical. The issue is, I don't think I have any mythic shards left. I don't, so, yeah, let me go grab one of those. Because, yeah, I could make it a shiny, but if I can make it mythical, I should probably do that first. Okay, I've gone ahead and crafted a shard, so let's double check. Can I make it mythic? I would assume so, right? And we can. Also, we have got another white swan, which is actually from the Season 2 pass. The reason why I haven't made this one mythic is because I've already got a mythic one, and it doesn't seem like that super good, especially when you compare it to older mythical pets, so I've held off. Although if I make another mythic shard, I guess I could make this one mythical as well. But either way, let's go ahead and make the Patrius? Probably Patrius. No, Patrius. Probably Patrius. But yep, let's go ahead and make it mythic. Now let's go ahead and make it shiny and level it up. Okay, well, leveling didn't actually cost me that much. It was actually pretty easy. So now let's try and make it shiny. Hopefully it doesn't eat too many golden cherries. And it doesn't. Like what? Less than 10? I will gladly take it. And oh, it looks really cool. Like unique. Like minty green and black. Nice. And the stats as well also look pretty good, I guess. Obviously, it doesn't have charms, and I'm probably not going to give it charms for all, but I mean, yeah, that's why it looks pretty good, I think. Okay, taking another look, okay, and comparing it to our best pet that we actually have in the game, or at least currently, because again, there are a lot of pets I have that I just also haven't gave charms. It seems actually pretty good, especially because, I mean, like, 2.5 times damage. I mean, it can definitely get up there. I think the Mythic Patrius might actually be better than the Mythic Dreadful Dragon. And the best part is, this isn't even the best pet from this mini event. I'm pretty sure I get another pet for beating quest 15, I think. So, yep. Let's get back to questing. Okay, and we're just about done with the 11th quest. It wasn't that bad, although the legendary pets, I just left it running overnight while I slept. So now we're on to the 12th one, which, yeah, I mean, another prismatic. Oh, actually, we got the fishing elixirs. I need way more of those. They're like so freaking rare from the shops. I never see them, but, it's just fish? Okay, that's actually really easy. And with this, we have done quest 12, on to quest 13, just another defeat one. I do see king crabs, and I'm going to assume it might be hardcore bosses. No, why? Oh, and I just completed quest 13. I forgot to hit the record button. I was so ready for it. I already activated the Sunday, and I forgot to hit record. But anyway, we're done with quest 13 now, on to 14, and is actually just bossing, which isn't actually that bad. I mean, king crabs are definitely way worse, but also 50,000 gems. We're gonna complete this, although I might wait until a fortune mini event is in the game to actually complete it to get 150,000 gems. Okay then, let's go ahead and complete quest 14. We got the fortune, actually got really lucky. I only had to like wait an hour and a half, maybe, I think, for this fortune mini event. So yeah. But on my Sunday, quickly just two-shot the king slime. It's a little unfortunate you can't just one-shot it because it has a freaking buffer in the middle, so it has to use its special attack, but it's whatever, okay? We can just two-shot it instead, and we're done. And now I think we're moving on to potentially the last quest. I think 15 might be the last, or at least it should be. But yep, I'm going to go ahead and get 150,000 gems, and now we're on to, again, potentially the last quest, and oh my gosh, 140,000 gems. Yeah, we're also going to wait for another fortune before finishing this one as well. Okay, it might have taken us almost an entire day to have a fortune mini event show up, but hey, it's finally here, so I'm going to head and pop my fortune boost. So let's go ahead and complete the 15th quest, which should be the last one. And yeah, look at those gems. We have gotten so many gems, and I can buy another talent with that as well. Oh, well, it turns out I don't need to come back to the not nerd NPC because, yeah, I can't interact with him anymore. For some reason in my brain, I was like, oh, okay, I've done the 15th quest, I gotta go back to the NPC and talk to him, just like the 10th quest, although that isn't the case, and if I actually scroll down through my quests, you can see that we're completely done. So, yep, no more quests after 15, which is nice, which means I have completed the 4th of July event, although there is one more thing that we're going to check out, and that is also the new pet I just got. Okay, it might have taken me a couple minutes to actually find it in my inventory. It's a little bit messy, okay, but hey, I finally found it. Let me go ahead and lock it so I don't accidentally delete it. And now, let's go ahead and make it mythic. There's no way I can make this mythic, right? Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in my inventory. I was on the pets, what I could use on it. So yep, let's go ahead and make it mythic immediately, and then I'll go ahead and make it shiny. And then we can go ahead and level up and see how good its stats are. I would assume it's going to be better than the Dominus, right? I would assume. I don't really see why it wouldn't. I mean, I would hope so. I mean, that last quest, like 15th quest, wasn't like super hard. Like, yeah, the king crabs were a little bit annoying. I think actually the most annoying part about it was the 50 legendary pets you had to catch, which, why? That took like an entire day just alone, to be honest. But, honestly, I think quest 14 with the bosses was honestly a little bit more annoying. A lot faster to do that one, but I can't AFK it as much as I did for the 15th one. The 15th quest was complete AFK-able. And now that it's max leveled, let's go ahead and check out its stats and compare it to the Dominus. So for the Freedom Gesture Len, it has almost 30,000 damage, 7,600 coins, and 14,000 coconuts, which is pretty darn good. I'm hoping the coconuts are going to change to tokens once the summer event is over, because, you know, I would really like some nice token multiplier pets, but I guess we'll see. And then for the Dominus, we've already gone over it, but might as well quickly go over it again. 24,000 damage, 5,600 coins, and 9,600 coconuts. So the damage isn't like a big increase, but I mean, the other stats, the coins and the coconuts are, yeah, vastly increased. And this is out like without any charms. Again, I've already mentioned it, I will eventually give them charms. It just depends on what I'm going to do in the next video. I don't know if I want to start doing bosses, or maybe do the prismatic eggs. I still don't really know. Putting their stats aside though, looking at their designs, I actually kind of prefer the Dominus over the Jester, which I mean, Dominus is just cool, okay? So I mean, can you really blame me? Oh yeah, and speaking about the talents, we can go ahead and buy one more point, and as you can see, I've actually got 5 points saved up, so I can basically just do whatever I want next. I mean, I can do some bosses, which we might need a couple more for the crit chance, although I guess it depends, because if I'm gonna do like a video where I try and get every pet and maybe like hoverboard from, for example, the King Slime, I'm not sure if I just want to fight the level 25 one, or if I might want to like try and push to like the level of thousands to potentially get on the leaderboard. I still haven't decided. So if I'm just gonna stick with the level 25, I don't need crit because I can just two-shot it. If I am gonna go climb for the leaderboard, I'll probably want all of these ones, to be honest. Although for the prismatic ones, we only need 5 to get to the ultra prismatics. We don't really need the egg speed for prismatics, right? Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the new potion. I made sure to put it on my hotbar just so I wouldn't forget, and I almost did. So originally when I started this video, I was like, okay, the new potion is probably just going to be ultra lucky, right? Oh no, it is not. The mega lucky elixir has a brand new mega lucky boost, which yeah, isn't 2.5 times, it is 3 times. Not entirely too sure why we don't have like a normal ultra lucky booster in a normal potion that isn't the prismatic elixir, although I guess for people that have a bunch of prismatic elixirs, that's probably going to benefit them, because that means they can just use prismatic elixirs to get feeling lucky, super lucky, and ultra lucky, and then they can use the mega lucky elixirs to boost their luck even more, which yeah, is absurd, although I will say these are super expensive. I've only found a couple so far. They can spawn in every shop, which I did get a couple from the price counter, although I actually got most of them from the traveling merchant, and yeah, luckily enough, I actually did get them all through like tokens and coins, and nothing like amazing, like super really like expensive items. I got pretty lucky with those, although like I said, they are so freaking rare and expensive. But with that being said, I think that's actually a good place to end off the video. I gotta say, I kind of enjoyed this mini event. It wasn't super intense like some of the previous events and updates where it's like, oh, you gotta non-stop grind and play the game for 2 weeks just to have a chance to complete the event. Never mind like getting all of the secret pets on top of that. It is pretty insane sometimes, so having something where like this event is like 2 or 3 days worth of grinding and that's basically you're done with the mini events. And even the summer event was kind of nice. It's like, oh, 1 or 2 days of grinding, and then you can just AFK and sit back for the rest of it and just do whatever else you want in the game. Also, I know I've already brought it up in this video, and I'm definitely not going to stop anytime soon. In the future videos, I'll probably also have to mention it, but I keep getting a lot of comments asking why I don't grind for the limited secrets, or sometimes also the limited mounts. And I would say the reason is pretty simple. My goal for this account is to 100% complete the base or main version of this game, with a couple of rules being I'm not allowed to spend any Robux, and also I'm not allowed to trade other players. And then when it comes to limited events, yes, I'll definitely check out the events and try and do their quests, check out the shops, so I can progress the account with even stronger pets, which I can hopefully use on my teams, and then also I can get a bunch of items from these shops. Although when it comes to the limited secrets from the eggs, it's just not really worth the hassle, to be honest. Like, if I get them, that's awesome. Even better if they're strong and I can even use them on some of my really good teams. Although, some of the rarities are absolutely absurd. If I'm not using prismatic eggs, because I would rather save those for the main game secret pets, but then it's like, oh, I'm also free to play, so trying to get them is an absolute pain and nightmare, because the only thing I'm going to be doing then is non-stop hatching eggs to try and get them. And also, it isn't even guaranteed, even if I open up like 2 or 3 million eggs, I still might not get them. And that same logic can also be applied to the mounts. I did do a little bit of bossing to see if I could get the firework mount, although, as you can see, I wasn't lucky enough to get it by the end of this video, although it doesn't really matter, like I've already said. If I get it, awesome, that's cool, it's not really necessary, but if I don't get it, again, it's completely fine, because it's not one of my objectives for this account anyway.